call the meeting to order for workshop for April 8th, 2026. Jason, can you read it?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Dave, you want to do roll call?
Sure. Mr. Junkins.
Here.
Mr. Stein.
Here.
Mr. Eads. Present. Mr. Galvin.
Here.
Mr. Ostrowski.
Here.
Ms. Butch.
Here.
Mr. Shields. Here. Mayor Falls.
Here.
Assistant Chief.
Here.
Chief Coles.
Here.
Mr. Elias.
Here.
Mr. Bicey. Here. Mr. Cannon.
Here.
Okay, any public presentations? Any public comments? Can you come up to the podium, please?
I can. Is this on the agenda or non-agenda?
It's just general.
Just general.
Gotcha.
It didn't say, that's why I had to look.
Me too. John Ondo, Shady Avenue. I just wondered if it was possible, and this probably would be addressed more to police department. On Shady Avenue, summer's coming up. People blow that stop sign, corner Superior, Shady. It's been years and years and years and years. I've asked for, someone perhaps to sit on Superior and watch. But I understand if we're understaffed, that can't happen. Would there be consideration to, at least on the stop sign poles, to put the reflective covering or whatever you want to call it, so that you can see it better? Even during the day you can see it, but more so at night. I can't tell you, now that school is back, even like for over Easter, well, people still blew by it, but for Easter with the mom and dad, it's crazy. They want to get their kids to school on time. They get it, so they just.
Donna, when we sat, remember we sat at Carter? Did it help?
Were the tickets written?
No,
Don't
it
know.
was just a car sitting there. Remember we did
with
that?
no one in it?
Did it work though? A little bit?
I don't know. I'm just saying that I can tell you from living where I live, the amount of cars that blow by there.
Oh, I can imagine.
We have the staff to monitor that intersection.
And I'll
Is
tell
there a
you,
peak time in your mind that would be the most?
before school,
And after.
after school,
Yeah.
and then even at night now. And my concern too is, I don't know, I hope I'm not going to get the sign 3 minutes.
Oh, you're fine, you're fine.
Is, like these kids are now on these e-bikes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They're hard to see when you're backing out of a driveway sometime. I've experienced that.
I mean, I witnessed
Because
one
they come and
time.
they don't look for you at all. They just
And they're,
keep going.
it's frightening
It's dangerous.
because,
I'm worried about it.
yeah, nobody wants to be involved in something like that with a child.
And there's deer.
And, yeah, so, maybe even for the rest of Shady, that's a suggestion, I don't know, but I just know at the corner where, I'm at, it's just.
It's been a thing it's been a thing my whole long time. I know there's been a disregard for stop signs by people. I know, most of you know where I live at, right by Trump Field. I can count, sit on my porch, and 8 out of 10, take your pick. 8 out of 10 people will blow that stop sign.
Right. But anyhow, just.
But I've seen, I know where you're coming from.
Well, now the assistant chief knows, maybe we'll get somebody there.
Well, yeah, or those
As much as you
reflective,
can, if
even.
you can. As you can.
Some intersections, they do the stop bars, the white paint on the roadway as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Any other comments?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Charlene, can you come to the podium, please?
Yep, Charlene David, 719 East 11. Just to piggyback on what the other residents stated, there's a real huge safety issue on the flyover bridge right now. Terrific, we have three things going up as far as, factories. But I have been stuck behind a wide load, literally, he was sitting there trying to get onto the bridge. I beeped my horn, I got out and actually went over and hollered at him.
Oh, my.
Good for you.
But I'm serious.
Shouldn't do that.
Well, what are you gonna do? Because, I mean, it would have been a catastrophe. Anyway, got back in my car and luckily there was a police officer who said, you can't go that way. No sooner I got home, my husband called me and said, I sat through 5 red lights because there is a wide load truck over 40 feet trying to get over. And it's constantly on the community page. I know the police probably know about this, but it's very scary and it's gonna take out that bridge. So I don't know.
So,
If they have a wide load permit, they have to have a route they have to take.
yes, our DOT officer conducted several stops on wide load vehicles that were headed to that destination that you're discussing.
Is that
He
their
also-
route, that's their route they're taking?
He went to the management office at the construction site, and he did explain the situation. They are to advise every delivery of the correct route, and the warnings are over, he will be citing that violation. But out of respect to the business and the drivers, the warnings have been given, and now enforcement
But
will.
the DOT issues him a permit, PJ probably knows. He has to, by law, he has to follow that permit to the T.
Yes.
So apparently they're taking him across the flyover.
Apparently.
And that's what was being addressed, that's why our DOT officer.
Does he have to have his
reached out.
permit changed so he can go another way?
I don't know if it was a permit issue, but the communication has been put through the chain of command with the contractor who's ordering that wide load delivery and the delivery services on what route to take.
It happened yesterday as well.
Did it happen? Okay.
Yes,
So
it
that
happened.
would be after that
Does he
conversation.
have a permit?
I'm not certain about the permit, but the mixed-up officer's definitely been in communication and
But
enforcing.
he should have a wide load permit
Right.
in his truck with him. They'll tell him
It's exactly what,
how he has to go.
yes, because that bridge is absolutely, the length is prohibited and,
And then the last thing that's on the agenda, the solar farm installation. Just, there's a lot cheaper ways to bring solar to our community than whatever they're proposing. I mean, there's like co-ops and things like that. So I'm a little bit worried about the amount of money it has cost, and I'm sure other residents are as well. That's all. Thank you very much.
Good, thank you. Anybody else?
They have a question.
Go ahead.
Just thinking about the trucks and the flyover. So what other options are there for a truck that size to get into the water?
Probably not, they won't probably let him come across the tracks.
Yeah, they can go across Amity Street.
Yeah, but then, like, how would they turn? They, off of 8th Avenue, that's not gonna be a good turn either.
Couldn't they come
They
off
can
the
make,
ramps?
they can make
The Highland
it.
Bridge towards
No, we
Costco,
have
that's
one.
what.
Yeah, coming down Costco's.
We had one stuck today.
Yeah.
At 6th and Ann Street.
That won't be the
He
case.
came down to 6th Avenue, how Peg that is down there.
Yeah.
And he got stuck and jammed up, so he had to get towed out of it.
I'm just thinking, if they're coming from the east, like along 837, are they gonna like, go across the Rankin Bridge to get on the Parkway to come down Bronze Hill to make sure they come down the ramp off the
Well,
Grace
his
Bridge?
permit has to say how he has to
That's
go.
crazy.
That's the thing, the state tells him how he has to go, and he can't really vary that, so it's a state issue too.
Okay.
How they issued the permit. I think Tim knows it. Have to
Yeah,
do
they
that.
could. he
Chief,
has to
the way you
go
said it?
That route.
But they already spoke to them, they're probably changing the permits the way they go.
yeah.
Would you think that's what?
I'll do a follow-up with it.
Yeah,
with the mix
follow
that
up,
one.
find out if they're changing their routes.
Right.
Right.
Is there a lead car with that, or is he by himself?
They're about themselves.
They're by themselves?
Yeah.
Wow.
Aren't they supposed to run cars front and front, back?
Only a certain width.
It depends, yeah.
It's too wide. I think it's them walls they're putting in for that
Yeah,
building.
that is.
They're almost
It's a
all
pretty
up
fat
now.
route, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
They're almost all up at this point.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, anything else? Can we get the engineer's report, please?
Thank you, Mr. President. Brief update on Main Street. We had a one-call meeting last week. They should be ready to start work here within the next 2 weeks. Creek Street, DEP, we went back and forth with them several times on issues with that project. They should be in a position to issue final permit soon. So we're assisting Nova Strategies with grant funding on that as well. Nothing new on Ravine Street bridges, other than getting a cost estimate for grant funding to replace those bridges. And
Do we have somebody working on the cost for them bridges?
yeah. Just gotta push them to get it sooner. Finally, the 2026 paving bids came in. The low bidder was Redstone Excavating at $375. So, not too bad given the scope of things we put on the list. Our budget was at 500 and we added a couple of things, so I think my estimate was up in the sixes, so relatively good price. Again, we still have the option to take things off if we need to get closer to the 500,000.
We're probably gonna have to take some things off, huh, Dave?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Who was the company?
Redstone Excavating.
I have a question on the bridge for Ravine Street, actually two. One, have we done anything with addressing the signage issues? Because I still get phone calls about people like trying to turn around down there, and I went down last week, there was a box truck blocking the sign on the opposite side of where Dave's at, so you couldn't even see the 3-ton weight limit. And then two, the actual 3 tons, I mean, you're limiting even passenger vehicles from going across that. I mean, is it that severe that it's that low?
I did talk with our structural guy, and he said that he thinks it is, and he wouldn't feel comfortable making it at least 5 ton. He'd want to wait for the PennDOT inspection to be done on that bridge.
Well, I'll tell you right now, a miller went over at least 4 times today. And that's a very heavy piece of equipment. They milled the road and they paved it.
So I mean, like, and again, the signage, I don't know, I haven't seen anything bigger that, I mean, but it's, again, it's posted, but the original signs for that bridge are still up.
The signage, the chief and I talked to the mix-up officer. He pulled up some codes, so we had signs created. They have been delivered, but they haven't been put up yet. So there will be significant increase in signage. We'll get with Public Works. We've already went to the locations where they're going to be, ordered the signs, just took delivery of the signs, and they'll be installed when Public Works is making it over.
Do you know when you can do that, Bob?
I was gonna do Friday.
All right. Sooner than better, please. Is that it, Matt?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Code enforcement, please.
You have a copy of my report. The only thing I have to add is, a few weeks ago, zoning board met and they, Jesse Wigg was asking for a special exception for the old St. Rita's School and Convent. The zoning hearing board denied both requests, one for the child daycare, adult daycare for the school, and also the group residence for the rectory. So it was denied. He has 30 days to appeal.
All right, you think he's gonna appeal?
I don't think so.
Is that it?
That's it.
Public Works, please.
Well, electrician finished the, fire station for electric garbage trucks. Now we have to get it inspected twice, and we have to fire it up, I don't know what that means. But I still don't know when the trucks are coming, so,
We're gonna have power before the trucks, you think?
I don't know.
Probably.
And that's about all I have.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Bob, real quick, I know the chief down at number 1 submitted a claim from when we had those storms come through. Number 5's roof was fixed. The station down there still is getting water pouring in through the roof. Is there any way we can check on that claim to see if it actually got approved, that we can get the roof fixed down there?
Was it turned in, Bob?
I think it was, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. I'll check with them.
Well, we also need to add a claim for the siding on the side of the tower for the,
Well, that should be handled by T-Mobile.
okay.
So I don't have a good contact for them anymore. But there was some severe wind damage, and I brought that up when they were putting that tower in. That vinyl siding is not gonna last. It's like the 5th time that stuff is blown off on there. And we can't get up to fix any of that, because in order for us to get up there to change anything, you have to shut the whole cell phone tower down because of the interference with the devices up there.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm
All right. We get the police chief's report?
Thank you, Mr. President. The police report from March 1st, 2026, March 31st, 2026. 815 calls for service, 34 arrests, 190 traffic stops, 108 traffic citations were issued. Extra detail hours were 103 hours, overtime hours 95, regular overtime hours 21, extra turn hours 24. The waterfront has detailed 2 Munhall police officers every Saturday to assist in increasing public safety in the waterfront complex. We have several officers that are currently participating in a variety of training courses designed to improve community relations and enhance overall operational readiness. The Investigations Division report. They've been investigating 5 child lines, worked on 5 patrol assists, conducted 19 follow-up investigations, 5 interviews, assisted other agencies on 9 incidents, assisted the administration with 19 details, attended 6 meetings, fingerprinted 2 individuals, conducted 3 background investigations, 2 forensic interviews, 1 elder abuse case, 1 sex assault investigation, 2 project lifesaver details, and have taken 15 pieces of evidence to the crime lab and conducted the destruction of 5 pieces of evidence. 1 court appearance, 9 training days. Detective Todd Shipley has been attending multiple investigation type courses. And we'll continue to conduct a lot of internal training required by the state, more advanced training as well, and bring in some of the supervisors and new investigators up to speed on a lot of different investigative type courses.
Now, we running short, is that why there was a lot of overtime?
Some of the overtime is because of mandated training that the state, we have to do quite a bit. Vacations, sick days, vacations, so that is going to be an issue just throughout the year.
Yep, I just wanted to let people know what was going on.
Right.
Did we get it advertised yet for our?
It's in the works.
Okay.
Yeah, it's being
I was
worked on.
just gonna ask that.
Yeah, the borough manager was in contact with civil service. The mayor and I have discussed it with the chief, and it's in the works.
One thing, for recruitment wise, let's see what we get, that maybe that I would like council to consider, is some type of retention bonus if they would stay on. Other communities, some other communities have started this. If you stay on, you get this bonus. If you stay on 2 years, you get to keep it. If you leave early, you're paying it back. I mean, just an idea, because we have trouble getting applicants. We may only,
We don't have a whole lot of trouble, have we?
There currently is a lot of police departments testing, so it's going to be quite competitive. This testing process will be quite
But
competitive
that's
time-wise.
just an idea that I was talking to, I don't even think I talked to the chief about it. I think I just talked to you about it.
How many are required to be on the list?
As many as you can
I
get.
mean, I'd like to see
The
a
list
list
lasts a
of
year.
at least 10 people, because that can last, we can have it on for a year, it can last 2 weeks. You can extend it a year, right, to 2 years.
It's 1 year, but you can extend it.
I think we only had 6 last time, right?
8, I think.
Yeah, we had 8, but 2 withdrew, and 2 were disqualified under investigation.
Right.
I heard Homestead put out an app for officers.
Yeah, Homestead just
Nobody.
went out too.
And they didn't get nobody.
I know. it's-
West Homestead's hiring, there's a lot of agencies.
Well, that's why I'm thinking of other things to try to get people, if there's some type of bonus, a signing bonus, and then they have to stay. They don't jump you after 2 years, they can stay at least 2 years or they pay that bonus back. Just an idea.
I'd make it go like 5 years.
That's okay with me too, Bernie.
Yeah.
That's okay, 5 years.
All righty. Can I get the fire chief's report, please?
You sure can.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. You have a copy of my report. For the month of March, we had a total of 71 calls, and you have the list of breakdowns, so I won't talk nearly as long as Vince did.
Okay.
So, our times for dispatch for the first unit en route was 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Dispatch to on scene was 4 minutes and 56 seconds, and average time spent at the call was 29 minutes and 14 seconds. And on those 71 calls, 43 were in Munhall, and we had 28 mutual aid requests. Nothing much going on other than the preparation with emergency management regarding the NFL draft and the waterfront, but it seems that the main watch party has been canceled, so we should lose some of the big crowd, but we're still going to have people down there. And we're still making preparations for the Girls on the Run race next month.
Mr. President, can I can jump in now or at the end of the meeting, but I have a few things I want to.
Go ahead.
Is it okay now, or?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, start it out, don't give me a second here, wait until I say my first word.
I'm getting on.
Well, I'll start out with the good news. Okay. I'll start with the good news. Received today was a $25,000 donation from U.S. Steel for the anniversary.
Wow.
Wow.
And I was going to ask David if I can, I know you're busy, office stuff, and I have a little free time in the morning. Would I be able to take that to the bank and deposit it?
I have it on my desk.
Okay, I'll come and get it after the meeting, because there's 2 checks that we need to write out. One for the drone company and one for that gaming company. I think you have the one for the gaming company already. And I don't know if I've given you the drone one yet. But they want a down payment.
Right.
And so that was great. I'm going to start with all the good news first. I talked to Sue before the meeting. Memorial Day, we've had a tradition
We got to talk about that.
of presenting a flag to, in the past, somebody that has been in this, a citizen in the area, a veteran who's done a lot of public service, a fireman, or whatever. I talked to Sue, and we've asked her, and I've talked to Bernie knows about this, asking to present a flag to the family for Elmore at Memorial Day, at the Memorial Day ceremony. So Sue has said that she would
Since
be
you brought
fine
up
with that.
Memorial Day,
What'd I say?
since you brought up Memorial Day,
Oh, yeah,
I talked to Russ up there.
I did too.
He says it's not gonna work up there.
He did?
Yes.
It's not what he told me.
He told me that, he said it's not, they're in construction, there's no place, and what happens if it's cold, you wanna put a tent outside like it's been? Why can't we just go to the church where we always go?
We decided not to.
Who made that decision?
The committee.
It was
That's all we have.
3 people.
Not like we have 30 people on the
Bernie was there, I was
committee.
there, and so was Ray Highland.
But
We tried to make it a little more simple, let's
I
keep
don't
everybody up there.
Russ is saying it ain't gonna work,
How can it work?
because there's not enough room up there for
Well,
that.
we're not gonna go inside, we're gonna try to keep it
It's
outside
a tent.
with the tent.
Hey, whatever.
We're gonna try to keep everything outside
Whatever.
with the tent. They, because I know I talked to Russ too, and he said they're doing some construction on the room downstairs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the room.
So we're not gonna, we're
Well,
just
he
gonna.
told me straight up that we should take it down to the church, is what he told me.
Well, he should have come to the meeting.
Yeah, he should have.
Well, I'm gonna invite Russ to the next meeting, and he can, give his opinion there. I do have a couple more things, I'm sorry. One is, I think I'm concerned about, is the food trucks. Not the food trucks for any event, but there's food trucks now that, I guess today or this week, there's a coffee truck that is in front of the fire hall.
Yeah.
I went into Fox's restaurant for breakfast today, and I was hit pretty hard. I'm not gonna give you by who, but one was the owner of Fox's. But one is about the parking.
What are they doing?
Well, there's a food truck parked on Main Street by the fire. There's a food truck plus a truck that hauls it there. And people are concerned, not residents, business people. A barber shop asked me, hey, can you have them moved on? And then the other point, I don't know, and we may not have the ordinance, I've taught, that could be a problem, is how do we tell the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth food truck that want to come up here?
Who's
say yes to
authorizing them
them
to
all?
sit on Main Street?
What's that?
Who's authorizing them to sit there on Main Street?
Did they go through Boom, or who did they go through?
There's no ordinance on
There's no ordinance where Jamie looked into it. There's no ordinance where there's a commercial vehicle cannot be parked on the street during the.
I mean, we gotta talk to Greg about this, because this could be a problem.
I agree.
I mean, once you let that one in, how do you say no to the second, the third?
I mean, we've had Auntie Anne's up there, we've had,
Andy Ann's been up for twice a year.
But they've been up there,
Election day.
yeah, they've been up there.
They've also been up there to do fundraisers for the fire department.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if your coffee truck is giving any,
Yeah,
You
it's-
can stop it for the ordinance, but
Why not?
we need to talk to Greg on this and see if anything can be
Don't you have
done.
to have a permit?
Because I did do have
You
a
can make it
permit.
have a permit.
They mentioned on one of the pages that they had authority.
They got approval or something, yeah.
Yeah, who's giving it to them?
Yeah. Actually, no, they didn't get an approval for me yet. I told them they needed to, they didn't do it. I seen them up there today. I'll be contacting them tomorrow. Jamie looked at it last week, seeing if they were able to park on the street, and there was no warning saying they weren't allowed. So he told them they have to be off the street by a certain time.
Can you get them for 2 hours, only 2-hour parking?
But we don't enforce it though.
We don't
How do
enforce
you,
it.
that would be target enforcement though. We'd have to enforce everybody for 2 hour parking.
So the whole thing is, it's a mobile business. So, I mean, do we have anything against mobile businesses in the borough to say,
No.
hey, you can't come in
No.
here? 'Cause
Our
I mean,
ordinances are 40.
technically, I mean, right, any business that's in Munhall pays a tax. So how do we know what they're collecting, what are they making, and what are we getting in return?
That's a tax question.
There you go.
Yeah, that was a question that they hit me up with at,
I mean,
Fox's today.
we also
You know,
have-
how much are they paying in taxes? You know, are they
Well,
giving anything back?
We've also had, people who cut here out of their houses, this and that. Do they pay 1% local income
But
tax?
I do think the food truck is gonna be a headache for
But they're
not just
also on Main
me,
Street.
council, all of us here.
But I mean,
I do
those are tax
The problem
questions.
is, we didn't say nothing about the pretzel truck being up there.
The pretzel truck, yeah.
And now it's getting out because that trailer was a little wide.
Parked the wrong way also.
But like I said, what if a second
Yeah,
and a
park
third
the wrong way
also,
place
yeah.
wants to go up there? That's my question, and nobody can then park on Main Street to go get their hair cut, to go to a restaurant. So there's gonna be problems, believe me. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing.
What else you got, Rob?
One more thing,
so
well, I think I'm done with that. One more thing, oh, I need 2 more things.
Subject.
One other thing I have is, and this brings to mind because of this. I think we need to get the 3 boroughs together, and I didn't pay attention to it. I think we need to get the 3 boroughs together, West Homestead, Homestead, and Munhall. And I'm not saying merger, but we need to get a unified code enforcement with all 3 boroughs.
Good
I
luck with
mean,
that.
what's that?
Good luck with that.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm bringing things up that I'm hearing, that, a unified code enforcement between all 3 boroughs, because I know Homestead has some enforcement that we don't have, and vice versa. West Homestead may have something that neither of us have, but somehow I think there needs to be some kind of unified, code enforcement. I don't know how we do it, but that's just what I'm throwing out there. And the other thing, this is a simple one too.
You said one thing just a minute ago.
What's that?
You said one more thing a minute ago.
This is a real quick one. One more thing for Memorial Day. We have a lot of flags, but we still are gonna need about 500 flags to cover 500 more flags from what we already have to cover the cemeteries, and about 100 markers we can use too. I talked to Ray today, if we can get the flags, I think we get it from Soldiers and Sailors. I know where they are, we checked, Ray
We
and I.
checked them after the
went
meeting, I thought we
We
had.
went up and collected
I thought we
them.
said we had enough.
Ray went, and I don't think Ray thought he had more than he did
Okay,
at the
at the time
cemetery.
you said we had enough.
He thought he thought he had more than he did at the cemetery, because there are some at the cemetery, but he tells me there's still not enough. And the 500 will probably just get us through this year, then we'll have to make a
We got a
big, but they're free. We can get them, I know what the trucks, there's a bunch
I
of
think we're
them.
500 short. I think we need 5,000, he said?
We need between 4,000 and 4,500.
Yeah, that's a lot more than I thought too.
Yeah, I didn't know they did
Yeah, I
that.
didn't
They
know.
do 3 cemeteries.
So where do we get them?
Just so we get one
I
person to
know
go
we
and
can
get
go
them.
through soldiers and sailors to get them. I'll, do some work, try to get the number tomorrow to call it, and it's through the county, I think.
Because the last time we had 2 different groups go and get flags, we had so many flags, we didn't know what to do.
So we don't need what we usually need. We just
Right.
need to, Ray's telling me he didn't have as many at the cemetery as he thought he had. And hey, I'm done.
All right. Tim? Tim, you had something to say?
So back on the zoning and the ordinances, this is year 3 now, I've been asking. We need to do something about sitting down and going over the ordinances, going over the zoning. Like, things have to change. And now someone's upset on Main Street that there's a coffee truck up there and they can just sit there. There's nothing that we can do about it. And then tomorrow, when the hot dog cart comes out and sits up there for hours in front of boxes, what do we do?
See what the price is.
Right, I mean, if we would have started on this, you know, 3
The whole
years
reason we didn't start on these this last year is because we were waiting to get the stamp grant. And then we could have done this zoning reorganization for free.
they were not trying to.
I know, I'm just explaining,
We
giving an
always-
update.
This is what we do at Munhall Borough, we wait on something
I
to come in
understand, but
free.
the cost of doing a whole redo of the zoning is probably about $20,000. So it's just, I'd rather do it if the state will pay for it. That's but we were hoping to have, being part of stamp bank.
But we could start small, and small things
We
start
could
working.
definitely
and working
hit some
big.
targeted ones.
There's a ton of issues that need to be addressed in this community.
Well, then I'll ask council to give me a list of the 5, each of you give me a list of the 5 most critical zoning issues you think you have, and we can just start from there. And we can hit those up, see which ones we have. How about that?
Start that map, got 77 colors on there. Nobody can see it, and knows what's zoned what. Have you seen it?
Street trucks. All right.
Oh, you know what I heard?
Do we have a maps report?
Yeah, we got one here. For the first quarter of 2026 through March 31st, maps at 1,435 total responses. 1,435. 3 months.
In 3 months? That's a lot.
Transport's 1,041. Maps dispatch arrival time is 7.7 minutes or 7.2, 7.5 a month. The average for this response time is 11 minutes for the nation. There's a breakdown here. Most of the transportation with Mercy or Presby, then Jefferson and Keysport, and then different issues listed down here in this report, which I don't know we go into. So, if there are questions, you can pass it on to Richard.
That's fine. Okay, we all know about Mr. Ballas passing. We need to fill his seat on the sewer authority. And I spoke with Mrs. Ballas, and she is interested in filling his term. And I think that's the way it's usually done, isn't it, Vern?
I mean, you don't have to advertise, we can just name Susan to replace Joe.
Does anybody have anything against her being on that authority?
Absolutely.
No. All in favor?
Aye.
Welcome on, Sue. Thank you. Want to do items for
Deb, can you,
Yeah.
change the agenda just to show that we voted? without under two?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll change the agenda, and then the minutes will reflect that as well.
Thank you. Ready for items to consider?
Yes. The first thing, which is not on the agenda, is regarding our bond rating. So, I have been fighting with our auditor for the last 5 months. Yeah, well, the last 5 months to get the 2024 audit completed. It's been going back and forth with them for a while, and basically they don't have it for me yet, but they said by Friday they'll have the final version. But unfortunately, S&P has not dropped our bond rating, they have removed our bond rating. So we don't have a bond rating anymore with S&P. That doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. It's not like we dropped down to F, we just don't have one. This only is a critical issue if US Bank, who has no intention of selling currently selling our bond to someone else, there might be some issues later down the road if they do. I'm going to reach out to US Bank to let them know we have not been late on any of our payments to them, and I don't think they have any issues with us at all. Then I'm not too worried about an immediate impact of that. And S&P said that if we go for another bond, we'll get a new bond rating. So it's not like we have a negative bond rating, we just don't have one.
Well, we'll probably raise our interest rate.
They can't raise their interest rates because that's locked in.
You can't?
No, it's set. The US Bank's interest rate is locked in, as we're paying that rate.
But
If they
sell it-
sell it, then that would be renegotiated.
So
Yes.
maybe it's me being dumb, but I wouldn't call them and say, hey, we don't have a bond rating right now, you know, and give them, you know, the idea.
Well, they're gonna know
They
because
wanna
S&P
sell it.
is posting it. DAC Bond reached out to me right after I spoke with S&P. DAC Bond, I think actually, I don't understand the specifics of that, but DAC Bond, I think actually created the bond we have with US Bank. And they're gonna give me 48 hours to basically get them to finalize on it. And then it'll probably look better at that point. Just S&P's rating is gone currently.
So,
Mhm.
no, I'm just gonna see myself.
I was assured by the auditor before I left on vacation, he would send it directly to DAC Bond, the final audit. He did not do that.
This is all because of,
Our
We were
auditor, we're late by a year. We're late by a year.
we were
Well,
going back between Marcia Dushel and who else? Last year, we had the problem with
The last one.
the last.
that's auditor. So yeah, that was also a late audit.
Is that why we changed auditors?
It was why we changed auditors, yes. And the main issue we have in terms of the audit was coming down to the pension report that we were getting from Acrisure. Acrisure recently bought out Mackinac. They haven't gotten all the information from Mackinac on all of the pension information. So they were slow in finalizing the pension aspect of the audit. They finally got that finally to our auditor on April 2nd. There was a little bit of information, I thought that they would have gotten it. I was told before I left that the auditor was not waiting on anything else, that he was just gonna finalize the audit. Unfortunately, that did not happen,
So,
yes.
my question, you said 5 months you've been going back and forth with him for certain things.
Yes.
Did you make us aware and I missed it?
I did
And
not
you've
really
been
make you aware, the council aware, because I thought we were so close that, and I also did not realize this would be an issue with S&P at all. Because every municipality I know is usually at least 5 months late on their audit. Because the audit's supposed to be done by April according to the state. We have actually submitted our audit report to the state, that's already been taken care of. But the finalized audit, it was not. So I had not informed you because I thought we were there and we were done and there was no issue.
So, I mean, 5 months and we're not done, it's just,
Yeah,
if there's problems and you need something, that's why we have the staff in the office to make sure you can work on things that's an important task in this office, is getting the audit done.
yes, it is.
Every single year.
Absolutely is. So, yeah, no, I understand exactly why the concerns here. But I will say again, I was assured for a month now that it was almost done. It was almost done.
Well, I can assure you a lot of things. And the only one thing is death and taxes.
Yeah, I know.
It's two. It's here.
So here, there is a little bit of a thing here, this letter from S&P as a draft. It goes over a lot of these issues, which, one of the things I think is interesting, it highlights in this draft overview, is, it highlights in this letter the fact that there are a lot of auditors that are understaffed, and this is not an issue that's related just to us. And just wanted to, like, it's not just us in this boat.
I mean, we can't push the blame on somebody else.
I know, not personally blame anybody else, I'm just saying that
When
this
it's
is
our
what it is.
So, they signed a contract with us, could they be liable for?
That's the question I was gonna ask Greg, and Jason brought that up to me, and I will talk to Greg about that. Because the auditor was aware of the timeline on this one. They were told, this needs to be done, like, right away. I need it, get it to me. Like a weekly thing, I was basically reaching out to them, saying, hey, I need this. Where is
The
it?
original deadline was September, October, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And when do we appoint that auditor?
January of last year.
And when did they start working on the audit? Maybe that's
Probably
my
May,
next question.
April, May of last year.
All right, maybe these are questions that we can ask at
Sure.
another time. I'm not gonna ask them right now.
So
So
that's,
did you lose the bond because it took
If you're
forever?
gonna
or
speak,
was it
sir,
because of the-
you gotta come up and identify yourself.
we didn't lose the bond. We lost the bond rating.
My name is Bradley Jacobs, investor in the area. Just curious on the bond situation. So you said you just lost the bond, right?
The bond rating.
Yes, I know. I
Yeah,
understand
the
that.
bond rating. So, yeah, the bond rating has been pulled
Right, is that because of financials or because of how long?
because of the, basically lack of audit, no audit, no final audit. Well, there was a draft audit, but they didn't have a final audit.
That's what I'm saying, because of the length that it took or because of
The
what
length that
they
it
found
took.
in the audit?
No, there's nothing wrong with the audit at all.
Okay, all right.
It's just the length it took.
Just the length it's
All
up.
right, cool, thank you.
Yeah,
All right, anything else?
that's that.
Any questions on the situation that was just brought to our attention?
What's the ETA on
We
fixing
have an
that?
executive session next week is,
Dave, did you hear?
What?
AJ?
What's the ETA on remedying getting our bond rating back?
We can't get it back.
That's done.
He told me.
That's the weird thing, because
We can't-
basically our finances are good. There's no problem in our finances on any level. We just didn't get an audit done.
They know they're getting paid, it went past the deadline.
We can get a new bond rating if we do a new bond. It's weird, I agree with you. You think we can just get it fixed, but.
I mean, that should be an impact for us for future loans, right? I mean, if we
It
don't.
shouldn't be.
I
We always
don't,
made the payments.
if we always make the payments and if the audits actually look good,
Right.
and if we keep on from moving forward, we get the audits in much faster, I don't think it'll be an issue. I honestly don't think it'll be a big issue.
My question is, if this company couldn't do it this year, are they gonna be able to do it next year?
Well, that is a fair question.
Well, I don't think it should be something that we should go back to them for, but I mean, I do think it should be a legal question
Yes.
on Greg's behalf, because that impacts us, and regardless, this is just to me like a workman's comp number, to where you're gonna have, X amount of issues that you have, regardless, it's gonna carry on for a couple of years, people are gonna look at that, whether or not, if it's there or not, you know what I mean? It's something that's like, hey man, they don't have that. So, I mean, that could actually impact our interest rate, which is gonna throw everything out. So, I mean, really, if that company's liable, I think that should be something we should
Yeah.
follow.
I just have some questions. I think we should, do that behind closed doors and with the solicitor.
Yeah, I think the solicitor should be,
I don't want to put my questions out in the open right here.
Ms. Fry, you wanna answer? You gotta come up to the podium.
Amy Fry, 124 West Virginia Avenue, Munhall. I just want to say, and we paid them more money than we paid our previous one.
The auditor.
The auditor, okay? I think most people associate when you pay, you get good results. Here's another example. No offense, David, but you working on something for 5 months and you didn't inform council, I think that's negligence, personally, because they should know what's going on. This issue is not to take them out. We don't think there's going to be any problems. Think is a very word. It's scary. Somebody gets hurt and we, God help Munhall. I keep saying God bless America. I'm glad I'm on this side.
You can throw that in here too.
I'm scared. Don't laugh when I say.
God bless America.
You better believe Bill Hanna. David, you know what I'm saying. He was so worried about everything and he had it done to the penny. And now this is all going on and just it being brought up makes me worried.
Yeah, so we have 2 bids for the heating and cooling system for the administrative offices. That's all we've gotten so far. They're very different. I don't know if anyone has any comments or questions about these 2 bids.
You said so far, is there any,
I don't have any other.
is there a deadline?
There's not, I was hoping to have all the bids by now,
Okay.
but I only have 2, I don't have 3, but I don't have any other people speaking.
I mean, can I say something?
Yes.
And I'm trying not to, we put out that we're gonna take bids for it. We don't put a deadline on it. And, last month, one person's bid was shown to the members of council. If Jason has a friend that can do it $5,000 cheaper or $6,000 cheaper or $1 cheaper, a think that
Yeah.
the bids that we have, we shouldn't take and put it out. You have 30 days to turn in the bid. 'Cause it's not fair to anybody who bids a job in this borough if we're gonna share what their bid is, or, I'm not saying anybody share what the bid was, but if somebody else sees what the bid was. If I called my buddy and said, I think he could do it. Well, here's the two bids, and he comes in $1 cheaper, you have to go with him.
No, you don't have to,
But people are gonna question why you didn't go with the cheapest.
as long as you can answer why not.
Yeah, but you gotta remember that sometimes cheaper isn't better.
Right.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
listen,
I understand what you're
agree.
saying.
I'm just making a point that
So look,
we shouldn't be, if we're not gonna vote on something at a certain time, we shouldn't be sharing what somebody else's number is.
I agree. The lowest responsible bidder is who you're supposed to
Well,
give it
the
to.
reason why it was showed is because it was under the threshold.
We didn't need 3 bids.
So we didn't need 3 bids, but council asked us to get other bids after it was showed to council. So it's not like we were trying to show anything, council asked for it afterwards. And we only got one other bid when we put it out.
But was there like a post or anything made to put the volume there? Was there anything saying, hey, we're looking for a bid?
No, because once again, this is under the threshold, we're not bound by those requirements.
Yeah, you're not getting bids, you're getting quotes.
Right.
Yeah, we're getting quotes, basically.
So did you guys reach out to anybody like in the office, like, it's not the members of council to reach out to somebody and say, hey, do you wanna, put a quote in for this work? Did you guys reach out to anybody else and say, hey, do you wanna?
We did some research and we did not find anybody else that was interested in bidding this.
Research, like call people or just look online?
We looked online and, yeah, we looked online and found it.
All right. What's council want to do with this? We're gonna go into the hot area, the hot's coming, man, and I'm telling you right now, I've been in that office and it's unbearable.
That's what it out.
They were in there this year, they had extension cords running out the door, running 3 heaters in there just to keep it warm.
No, listen, I'm not saying it doesn't need to be done.
But if we prolong it for another month,
I'm not, you can pick anybody you wanna pick, I don't care. I'm just telling you, I don't like how we went about it. That's all I'm saying.
what does council want us to do? You want us to put it out for bid?
Isn't that what we did?
No, we got
No,
quotes.
You got quotes.
Oh, I see.
Put it under the bid.
It's under the threshold,
Okay.
so.
Time is of the essence right now. How far off when do we want this work done?
I
It
mean,
needed to be done
Like last
yesterday.
week?
not to be really heavy with this, but it's like install they're installing what? Mini splits?
1 mini split,
Yeah, this is installed
With
2
2
mini
heads.
splits, okay. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go buy a car, what kind of car are you buying? Do you know what I mean? Like there's not a model, there's not a make, so you don't know what you're getting. And with the price being the difference that we have there, I mean, are you buying a Volkswagen, or are you buying a Yugo? What are we getting for our money is really what it comes down to. Having a blank description is really kind of vague.
No, I agree with you, there's nothing on it that says the type of unit.
well, let's put it back out for,
I'll probably have to get some specs
You have to have a spec for something.
and then
I mean-
put it out.
There's several different kind of mini splits. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's just, what are we getting? So I mean, when we're looking at it, and sometimes name brand isn't good either. So I mean,
Right.
it depends on what it is. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to spend, $15,000 on a Yugo when, the Volkswagen might be better, or whatever it is. It's just, there's nothing listed there of what we're getting for our money.
you want to put it completely out for new quotes, or you just want to have them?
Even if it's quotes, I would prefer specs so that we can actually see the units that we're getting, and between between the workshop and council meeting, if anybody has their due diligence and wants to research out the unit, we could do that.
Does the engineer have any ideas how we can do this?
I mean, similar to what we did with the upstairs, we can specify a particular model and,
I'm talking, but do you have any contractors you're aware of that could help us out?
we've worked with many contractors.
Why don't you talk to the manager and see if you have, a couple can give us some quotes?
I mean, those two are what, local guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what we can get.
But also, I think we should let the local guys also have their chance too.
Well, yeah, that's no doubt, but he wants some more, he
They
wants
should
some more.
have their chance.
Yes, I agree.
And again, I don't think it should be a spec. It shouldn't be like, hey, I want a purple Yugo, that's what I want. It's, hey, this is what we have to offer, because other businesses might only specialize in train, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I forget the name of some of the other ones, but,
Carrier.
yeah, I mean, it's just, hey, what do you guys offer, what is it?
Mitsubishi's that runs the big time minis place.
Yeah. But you might not get that. We might be getting something that's,
We
you
went
know.
with that when we went with the furnaces in the fire halls 20 years ago. Do you remember about the?
Oh, West Star.
The West Star furnaces?
Oh, whatever, yeah.
They lasted 5 years.
Dave, do they need a HVAC permit?
Yes.
I mean, we're gonna make sure that's done also.
All right, next thing, document management software. We talked about last month about wanting to have some other options for that one. Once again, I didn't give very many options here because the companies that basically bid for that, the ones I know of, are the ones that also bid for the task management software. So they weren't really interested in pursuing anything else with this. So we have one option here with Velocity for document management software.
Is that the one that they,
That's the, what?
is that the one we, was present
Yes, that was a,
at the presentation?
yeah,
last
you
week?
gave a presentation last month.
So we didn't have nobody else to talk
No,
to?
no one else. Solar farm installation, I got an email today from Connect. And they're getting a revised bid, so in the next 2 weeks they'll have something new for us. I asked them what the next steps are required, and they'll get back to me on that. So nothing, no update for that.
So, back to the solar farm.
Mhm.
Did you ever send the companies the copies of our light bills to try to figure out how much that we can save? And this is a big cost. Remember you said that you would email them copies of our light bills?
To council.
No, to the solar companies so they can
Yeah,
figure out.
they have copies, the ones that bid, have a sampling of about 3 months worth of our light bills.
And they gave us numbers on how much that we can save. And
Yeah, that was the first, they couldn't give any calculation without that, so yeah, all the people that have it received it back last September.
Yeah, Tim, if you remember, that was something I brought up, because they said that they would almost eliminate our electric bills minus the streetlights, right? But the downfall where I was questioning was, like, the overall cost of the project, you know, I think it was, what, 300,000, I think is what our light bill was for the year, or something like that.
Yeah.
They were able to eliminate, but, you know, their ROI for their investors, I was questioning for the fact of, like, if we can eliminate 300 grand, and these people are fronting all the cash, what's our true return out of that solar farm? Because we also have to buy a maintenance plan and do all this other stuff, so we're really not gonna be eliminating our complete light bill. We're still gonna have some associated cost with that. And that was my question, like, if we're gonna be doing this and they're gonna reap a lot of benefits, where's their liability at? We never really got an answer from that.
Well, because they reap the benefits and our taxpayers are gonna pay for it in 20, 30 years down the line.
Well, we don't maintain it. Depending on which-
No, but I think that one that came in here, we had to buy a maintenance plan, even
right,
though
that was
they,
the-
That was the first.
yeah,
That wasn't Connect.
Right.
I don't remember which
That was the
one.
first one that I had come in. That's why we haven't got back to them.
I don't think we, put this on the taxpayers in 20, 30 years down the road. Not saying that most of you guys up here will still be here with us, but.
Thank you for your kind and inspiring words.
I mean, I still love you guys, but honestly, I mean, we shouldn't put that on, because it's just pushing the buck down the road for that. They're going to pay for it at some point in time.
Well, they're either gonna pay for it this way, or they're gonna pay for it in rising electric bills, something's, you know what I
Right,
mean?
and
And
if
we
it's a-
can't
if it's
predict
a
what's
cost-
gonna happen in 30 years.
Say it's a cost by 200,000, it's still, it's a savings.
I mean,
200,000.
I think the savings is there, it's
Yeah.
just after that, then we're gonna be
Right.
stuck holding it, no offense, just like the field, to where, like, we're gonna have to do something with it, or it's all gonna be sitting there useless equipment. You know what I
Right,
mean,
you got a
and
question?
that's,
You gotta come up here. You might have some knowledge, that's why I let them come
I
on.
have solar on my property, so one thing is, how much is it actually covering? 2, over the years, that actually dies down, and 3, it's nowhere near as much as they tell you it's gonna cover. So winter time, that all dies down. We get clouds more than anyone. They say it's based on UVs, bull crap. They told me mine was covered about 110%. I still pay at least 10 or 20% of my electric bill. So I would just kind of think about that, and also, just like you said about the HVAC equipment, what kind of panels are they actually putting in? Because there's a lot of different panels out here, and they do go in all types of different stuff, so maintenance is a big issue. So I would look at that. I still pay probably $100, $150 a month on top of
What
my
were
solar.
you paying before?
$250, so I'm still paying half, and they were supposed to cover 110% though.
Yeah.
I was supposed to get credited, and I'm not, so it's not as what they say. The last thing is, what kind of solar plan are you doing? There's multiple, there's lease backs, there's ones where you're gonna actually purchase it and finance it, you get the actual federal tax credits.
We weren't owning it at all.
Tax credits.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. So there's companies out there where you can own it, and you actually get the tax credits for the borough. There's the other options.
Well, yeah,
It's own it or.
Connect with-
Yeah, exactly, especially if you're paying for it and.
Well, there was a lot with the upfront overall cost,
Yes.
and then we were looking at the
Yes.
lease, and then you had your option to buy it back after 5, 10 years or
Yes.
so.
But that's how they get you, because over
Correct.
5 years, they're taking the federal tax credit.
Yeah, and then the bad part about that is the overall maintenance,
Yeah,
and then the equipment lifespan was the other part, because we would have had to replace a lot of that.
right.
And my overall concern was the stuff's not cheap. So we're gonna use the property that we have, and we're gonna line this with X amount of solar panels,
Right,
and that's not including vandalism or anything else like that. So, we're not gonna be down there monitoring that, and stuff can happen, but it's the overall cost of that, and the way I'm looking at it. I mean, I would love to save money, and I think the intention is there, which I like. Part of it I agree with Tim on is, what's gonna be our future plan to replace the
Right.
equipment, because what did they give you for a lifespan on yours?
that was 25 years.
And did you have any problems yet?
Yeah, it stopped working a couple times. I've only had it 3 years so far, so. Yeah, exactly. Last thing would be, has anybody else, any other borough and city township that have done this?
West Mifflin's.
This is not a,
Have they done it though?
let me clarify this really clear, because I don't think you understand fully the program. It is a consolidated multi-borough program.
Okay.
So West Mifflin, Mount Lebanon, a couple of, like, Ross, are all in part of this Connect program.
Right.
So it's done through that whole process, so they're all kind of in it together. Whether council wants to do it or not, basically, it's not like this company is coming and selling to us. This is a non-profit or a government entity, quasi-government entity, that's trying to facilitate it.
Right.
So it's not like they're just they're basically trying to get financiers to behind it to fund the project.
Right.
It's not like, it's a little different than just somebody trying to sell a solar.
Yeah.
But I
Again,
understand
it goes
the
back to who has done it already and what are some of the things that you can learn from it, instead of being the first to do it.
Well, we're not the
It's
first.
usually better to be
We're
second.
actually not the first.
That's what I'm saying, so have you talked to them though?
Yeah, we haven't talked to them quite yet, but yes.
Yeah,
We haven't
that's
decided
my
what we're
whole
doing here
Okay.
at council.
All right, thank you, that's it.
Thanks, Brett, appreciate that.
Yep, of course.
Charlie, come on.
Who's the company the new company that you guys got the quote off of?
Was it Connect?
Oh, for the,
Solar.
no, the,
HVAC, air conditioning?
No, the solar. You said Connect.
Connect, it's not a company.
Oh, it's not a company,
It's a
okay.
council of municipalities.
Oh, okay,
It represents the Allegheny County municipalities.
Okay, because I thought it was the same that put in mine, mine were wonderful, I've had no issues with it.
You've only been there how long now?
No, it's going on 2 years,
Has it been that long already?
yeah.
All right, so grant options for parks, basically. There's 3 grants that are now open. There is the C2P2, which is the, I can't remember what it's called. That's basically a community parks grant. The last sheet talks about, it's basically for playgrounds, skate parks, ball fields, pools, splash pads, pavilions, indoor recreation. This is the one that they will not buy new fences for us because they're not considered, facilities are considered equipment. But is there anything the council would like to actually put, a grant application for some of our parks? Anything that needs to be addressed?
They need more money down there for
The dog park?
tank, they had a dog park, the tank we're doing.
Yeah, so we had a meeting yesterday with the sewer authority and the engineering company. What we were looking at doing was doing there's a rain garden that they're gonna put in. We're moving the rain garden off to the one side. I'm still gonna talk
No, he
to.
just wants to know if there's anything else you need.
Yeah, so in
For
part
money.
in part of all of this, there's still some stuff that's not gonna be taken care of with the
There you
grant
go.
from the sewer authority. I was getting to that. So we're gonna look at maybe doing some of the removal of the paving, some stone work, just to lay down so that way, and some fence work that needs to be taken care of. We did have several years ago, we had that lady run into the fence, and the fence is like pushing over on the one side. Couldn't get blood out of the stone, so we never got it repaired, but that would help us finish our goal off to have the grow garden put in with the extended dog park and have all that done before the end of summer.
Okay, good.
I know it's on a wish list. Is there any, I know we talked about this over a year ago, but I guess no grants were there. Is there anything like something new, like a pickleball court or something like that?
Yeah, that would fall into that.
Yeah. would love
I
to see
think
that.
something new that we can offer to the residents.
Well, we've
that
got a
seems to
couple
be
of
more
different
involved,
grant
like
options
pickleball.
here.
Pickleball's going crazy.
Pickleball court.
I'm gonna talk with Dan about what we should put into which grant
She's my
program
pickleball partner.
You can talk to them.
So we'll play pickleball.
for all three, basically.
All three.
Because there's a DCNR, two of our DCNR grants, one's a DEP grant. We grant the DEP grant is a Growing Greener Plus grant, which actually might be perfect for the grow garden.
And PJ.
Yeah. It also focuses on stream and floodplain restoration, stormwater management, agriculture best management practices.
Maybe, you know what, I know that sometimes they say there's not enough room for basketball courts, but I know our police get a lot of calls about the basketball courts. Maybe a pickleball court would go good there,
Yeah, that's been discussed.
Where?
where the basketball courts are.
Here. I've been talking about it for 2 years.
I know you have. I know you have, Bernie, I know you have.
I've been going crazy.
The basketball courts would be a good
Well,
location.
two things you gotta remember. You have to allow, since we have college baseball using those facilities now, they use that basketball court for their warm-up area for
Why don't you go
pitchers.
somewhere else then?
I mean,
It's not in the contract, we owe them any place for warm-up.
I mean, it's, NCAA requires that for them to use that field. There is room available still up Vine Street, because they left an area up there just in case they want to use a bocce court or
We
pickleball
want to do
court.
something up there.
We
Yeah,
talked
so
about
there's room up
We can
there.
put a bocce court in ourselves.
Hey,
Yeah.
What about the video?
also, what about Woodhill? All that damage that we had at Woodhill?
Yeah.
Is there anything that we could do to fix that?
We could probably update our bleachers there.
And then also with the field here, is there anything that would help us put money back into the turf?
Sure. Possibly, I mean,
If we could.
that's a good question, I'll have to ask.
These were all discussed at the Jason's meeting last month.
Right. Well, the new grant is this DEP one, which could be useful.
I'd like to have a conversation with the school board and grab a couple of those tennis courts and make them pickleball courts.
Without a doubt.
Only problem with that is,
Yep.
pickleball's very loud.
The neighbors will.
Yeah, so we'd have that problem in Vine, we'd have that problem
No matter
in
where you put it.
You
video.
wouldn't have it here though.
Wouldn't have it here though.
You wouldn't have it.
Agreed, but remember, there was tennis played on those courts for decades when those people
But
was
somehow
there.
pickleball is really crazily loud.
They're not using the court center.
I don't know why, I don't much
No.
about it, but they say it's very
That
loud.
space.
Oh, yeah, but Sue and I talked about that 2 years ago.
Can I say something?
You gotta come up to the podium, Sue.
There was some
Sue.
talk when I asked.
Thank you.
Sorry, I should know this. Sue Dallas, Shady Apple, Munhall. There was some talk about, and I asked about once those tennis courts down here, and at one time, there was a thought of bringing cars or buses up that way. But I think that is, changed. So, but I could check on that just to be sure. But
Yeah, wasn't that hockey down there?
Yes.
but I don't know how much that's used now.
Not-
It's not.
That court's.
People with their dogs there.
It's all been abandoned.
It's a
Yep.
great place to go take your dog and
That's
change your
what I see
dog.
there. Thank you.
Or for pickleball?
Yeah, at least 3 grants, I think we can probably try to get a lot of these things addressed.
we gotta remember, we still have a playground anywhere between 22nd and 8th Avenue for any of the kids, for Main Street. Nowhere in that range. There's one playground where those kids do anything also.
Okay.
100% agree.
We have a space.
Used to be,
Where we could put one, we have to make one somewhere.
19th Avenue. Used to be 19th Avenue playground and
Yeah, that all got stuck in with,
until he took our playground away.
Your dad gave it to me.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good. I got all
The main modification for Main Street.
I think, what else do we need to talk about for that? That's the,
Matt, you wanna talk about the modification for the Main Street project?
That really wasn't completed yet. The solicitor needs to review and add some legal language. But basically it was, since we had to phase the project, the contractor wanted some concessions that the borough would be liable for any additional funding for increase in materials and labor costs, given that it's probably gonna extend into the fall. And then in the contract, we impose liquidated damages if they're not done on time. Again, since we had to extend the contract, they wanna make sure that they're not gonna get penalized for not being done on time.
I mean, if we do something in there and it's extended, I mean, I think that would be self-explanatory.
Right.
But if they don't have materials and it's a shortage, I mean, I would understand that, but if they don't schedule their workflow correctly,
Yeah,
that's a them problem, correct?
it's more so because the contract was bid as a whole, and because we didn't have that rest of that grant funding yet, and we still don't, that we're extending the period where we're making them stay on site. That's pretty much all it boils down to, but they just wanted, everybody to sign off on it to make
Is that
sure
what
that.
the extra was in the email that went out to everybody last week? For the banner post?
No, that's completely separate.
Oh, you want to let them know about that?
So originally, the light poles were not including the banner signs or the street signs. So that was the additional cost you guys got last week. So the additional cost for just the first phase is another $14,000.
Isn't it gonna be more than that, because we talked about the banner post and I told you how we do it?
But I did not they just emailed me yesterday and said they just haven't heard back from the manufacturer about what the additional cost for the additional post would be.
All right.
So it won't be that much more, but a little bit more. But,
So what it's gonna do is, I don't know if you guys ever seen, but on some of the posts in other towns, and I've seen them when I'm riding through towns on the bikes, they have these posts about that long, the banners slide on them. It looks very classy. It looks very nice. And if we're gonna have a beautiful Main Street, let's spend that a little extra to do that, to make it look nice, and then it'll be easier for the people to put the banners up. Or Public Works.
PVC.
Huh?
They won't have to make it PVC
No,
frames.
it won't be PVC, and I even told Carmine, I'm not trying to say it looked bad or anything, but this would look a lot better than what we do now.
Less
The
work.
stuff, huh?
Less work.
Less work, and it'll look better.
Are you guys all aware that they're not putting up the veterans banners
Yes,
this
me and
year?
Carmine had a conversation about it, he asked me if I would support him, and I told him I would, that we wouldn't put it up, because it wouldn't be fair to put half of them up and not put the other half up. So I thought it was just fair for everybody not to put none up this year because of what's going on Main Street. And this way, they can actually go through them and see which ones need to be replaced and fixed, or anything too. That's what Carmine told me today.
Good idea.
I thought so.
Matt?
I mean, we're getting Main Street done. We don't wanna do nothing with them banners. You gotta protect them.
The original scope contract, whatever that we had for Main Street, did the company give an estimate of time, like it was gonna take 6 months or 7 months or?
not yet. The light posts themselves are 8 to 10 weeks.
Okay.
The rest of the concrete work, it shouldn't take that long. But if we get that other grant, they should be done by fall.
I was just thinking, if they gave like a proposed project plan, and it looked like it was gonna take 6 months, then if the reason it hasn't started is because we're waiting to officially kick it off, then their start date just inches to the right.
Right.
And their end date inches to the right, that's steady, so the 6 month window that they should get completed.
I get you.
Yeah.
Will we be able to use this for the Christmas lights and things like that?
Yes. Yeah, every one of the posts is gonna have a GFI, I think it was like a 6 foot height. So everybody that's next to a post can plug a tree in.
And also with them little banner holders, we can also put banners up for the holidays.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
stuff too, so. It might dress the neighborhood a little bit. Any old business?
I have some.
All right.
The alley between Dixon and McClure, is at Boone Way?
Mhm.
That was supposed to be first on the agenda this year. Is it happening? We talked about it in the fall, remember?
Mhm.
That was gonna be first one of the year, so is we still going with that?
Yes, but we have to, we rebid it basically, so we add that to the bid that we went out for the,
We did not, because that was after it went off. the air.
Because Caruso was gonna grade it for us,
yes, they were.
and then we were gonna pay it ourselves.
But because it's a new year, we can't use that bid. So it's still gonna be first, we just gotta basically.
Okay, it's still on
So you
the,
gotta rebid it.
We have to rebid it, yes.
Well, as a suggestion, we just put it on the milling contract with the paving contract.
Okay, right.
That way you're paying a unit price regardless.
Right.
Okay, that would actually make sense.
so then they'd mill it and we'd pay it ourselves. That's the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
We, you can be able to get us the list of streets that's on.
Yeah,
bid.
I'll get the list together and I'll also give you the bid report. I didn't have time to put that together.
Right.
One more thing. David, the manager, and I met with St. Elias last July. At the time, we were looking for the property for the charging station for the trucks. Since then, we have it here, but I think it's something we should look into, that property above Laurel Auto Body. If we get it now, don't use it for 20 years.
At least we have it.
We have that property, it can be used for multi-purposes, maybe moving our public works up there someday, but it's land that's available, maybe did they ever get back to us at all about it?
No, but maybe we're waiting on something from us.
I would still pursue it.
Yeah, we can definitely reach out to them.
That land is there, and we looked at it, and they talked to us, we had a meeting, but they were gonna go to the diocese, I don't know when they'll come back.
Yeah.
I think it's something we should still look into.
Bernie, I'm not trying to be a bad guy here, but see what I am today. We talked about
Just today.
pickleball courts making noise, but we want to put, residential,
No, this
trucks.
is just land. What the use will be, who knows what it will be.
He just wants
The
to
borough
buy
buys
it
the land,
and let it sit
who
there.
knows what'll be there?
Oh,
Well, you had suggested.
Wouldn't be
you
this council.
suggested-
Wouldn't be this council, probably be council down the road, that land. I'm saying this council would be the ones that purchase the land for the borough, and we'll see what happens. I wouldn't let it go. That's all I'm saying. What'll it end up being there? Who knows? But I purchased the land.
How much land is that?
It was
2 acres.
like 2 or 3 acres going back, yeah. It's right off from Homestead Weekend Road, it's
How
right,
many acres do we have on the waterfront that we don't use?
7.5.
7.5.
But that's not, they're not usable.
What do you mean it's not usable?
You can't use that down
Says who?
Anyway, I just brought that up, anyway, I just brought that up, go ahead.
there. Yeah, that's fine. That's all.
Are we talking the area that's already void of trees, or are we talking?
Oh, it's, if you go
Surrounded
through
by
the,
trees.
right above Laurel Auto Body.
Yeah, okay.
But
You
there's
can
no, but there's no,
It's grown in now.
Yeah.
It'll grow in the summer coming.
isn't it on the
It
outside?
opens up.
And there's a field in the
There
middle?
was a contractor there, I think
There's a field there too.
yeah, there was a contractor there, had it for storage for a while, I don't know where he went.
I don't know.
I think it was a,
You cut a little driveway in
Yeah.
between the trees.
but the land is there, they talked about selling it, so we approached them anyway.
Anything else on old business? Anything else on old business? No?
Nope.
We need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
You're always the first.